Their ice cream sandwiches are amazing. As you can see, the bee likes it. Today, you are going to see how they make maple syrup. We are at Hillegas Sugar Camp. We disconnected our toe and are getting ready to back in.
Wherever you level up the best. I mean, a lot of them, they'll pull the big ones up over there and because it's fairly level.
Yeah.
Or here.
Chilling. So we were greeted by Kyle's dad, Rex. Very nice guy.
Almost perfectly level.
Yeah, he said most of the big rigs seem to come right here. But he said wherever you felt comfortable. We found a nice level spot here. It didn't take too much for Fred to get leveled up. What a beautiful view to wake up to in the morning. I don't know about you, but I'm excited to find out how they make maple syrup. I've never been to a sugar camp before. I have a couple of nice picnic tables, so if you want to bring some of those sugary treats out here to taste, especially their maple flavored ice cream. It's hard to believe one of these barrels is worth $1,200 full of maple syrup. This is the truck that they carry the tankers on. I think the cows are ready to be fed. It takes a lot of wood to make maple syrup. Not only do they have maple syrup, they're a working farm. You'll find some chickens, cows, and goats. Nikita's afraid of the goats and the chickens. Looks like this chicken thinks the food is greener on the other side. Plenty of hay in the hay barn. And there are a few barn cats. Oh, and baby kitten barn cats. Oh, what a treat. Not only can you see a sugar camp here at this Harvest Toast, you can take a little hike. They have a map for you, and you can see their working farm. A few cows, goats, and chickens. It's feeding time on the farm. Did you see the gopher, aka groundhog? He just dove into that hole. Is that good, little guy? Got you a mouthful. Okay, I think I'm becoming dinner entertainment. They're starting to turn around. So this is one of the trails you can take, looking for berries and other treats along the way. This is the little Smurf stream where they can put rocks, and you can easily get across it when the water's down. As you can see, we're not the only ones that have been here. You coming, Nikita? There you go. Come on, don't eat the dirt. After you cross that little stream, you'll come to a place where you can either go left or you can go right. And from my understanding, the berry pickings on the right. Not only did we find the berries, but we found beautiful ferns. In some places, the ferns are intermingled with the berries. As you can see, they stay busy here. Work, work, work! Right? And now you see why we have such nice trails going up and down through here. And this hill opens up into a beautiful green field. Kind of looks like the hills come alive to the sound of music. And right before our eyes, the lush field changes form. I do believe the corn is just about ready to be harvested. Corn is ready to be eaten. A little past ready. One way to tell when the corn is ready is when the tassels start appearing. So not only do they have apple cider that they make here on the farm with their kids, they also harvest the corn. So Nikita doesn't like the farm animals. She just wants to go back to the RV, so we'll let her and I'll explore by myself. Nikita is so wanting to go home. She is not a country farm dog. It smells good in here. We're at Hillegas Sugar Camp. When you come in, you need to check out their ice cream sundaes. Cone or cut. Vanilla twist. Sizes, seed, sapling, and tree.
Well, if it's on a cone, like seeds like this, sapling probably like this, and trees.
Sapling. Ooh, yummy. Thank
I
you.
didn't put fancy tips back on today to make it all look pretty.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm. It's really good. They have maple barbecue sauce. Oh, those maple lollipops are so cute. I gotta get Dakota one. Beautiful.
this sugar camp was started when Kyle was 9 years old. He, in the house up, the farmhouse, he found a traditional sugar killer like this. And he said, Grandpa, what is it for? And they took him out, and his grandpa showed him how to tap trees. And from that year, they put them on the stove. And then every year after that, they get a little bigger and bigger. But as soon as those temps rise above freezing, the water will come out of the trees. So that's like, so it's predicted only on the weather. Nothing that we can do to control other trees out there. You walked up here, you saw that big truck up there that was sticking out of the building?
Yeah.
That's our water truck.
Okay.
So that would be the truck that we would actually use to haul water. But we put 2 tanks on it. And you use 2 tanks so it doesn't, when the water's sloshing, it doesn't knock you over, because it will like dump a crack. So what we do is we bring it in, they back up to these hoses here. It's gravity fed into this tank. And this tank holds 9,000 gallons of sap.
9,000 gallons, huh?
Of sap is what goes in there. And sap is not concentrated or anything. It's 1 or 2% sugar content is what's considered sap. Send it into the building to the reverse osmosis, and we'll go in and look at that. And then it comes out at 14% sugar content, and it goes into half of this tank. So this is a double tanked, so there's 2 different sections in it. Those crates up there that you see, one of those crates will take 2 hours to burn in our sugar camp when we go to do it, and I'll show you that next process. But I'd like to point out so you see how big they are. Okay, so this is the evaporator. So the water will then be brought from outside in one of those tanks that are 14% concentrate. We send it upstairs to a mini tank upstairs. And then it comes down this white tube here. It'll go into this, and this is kind of where it like just starts to cook a little bit. And then it'll go down into here. And then it comes in what we call the finishing tube. And this part here too. It can come out either on this tube or that tube over there, and you can reverse the flow if you want to. And it'll go into a tub that's under here, the tub's right here. And it'll go into the tub, and we'll check for density. That it's not 6.9, it's not actually maple syrup. And it's filtered. It goes through here, and then it'll go into your barrel, directly into a barrel, or it can be put into a jug, depending if we're jugging.
All right, it's time for the Hillegas Sugar Camp Cellular Service Report. Well, first up is Verizon at 30.8 megabits per second down and 12.4 megabits per second up. Second place is T-Mobile at 21.3 megabits per second down and 0.44 megabits per second up. And AT&T is 0.79 megabits per second down and 0.05 megabits per second up. So lots of cool stuff to do here. The Smurf River is kind of neat, and you know, you got all that sugar, so take the kids, get them overloaded, they'll have a ball. Talk to you next time.